Scalz and Jax and Phil, what a sight. Talking wrestling while the drinks are poured. Every move, every match makes you want it more. Tune in weekly for the latest scoop. Catch the action in the banter loop. Crack a beer and let the stories fly. It's NXT on tap with doors touch the sky. NXT on tap, everybody's here. Scalz, Jax, Phil, Lola, host we here. Bring the heat and the fire never stop. When the bell rings, watch them rise to the top.
Welcome in everybody to another edition of NXT on Tap. I am Scalz. Tonight it is just me and Phil running the show. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing great, Scalz. Doing great.
So I'm changing up a little bit here. Tonight I want to start off with this. I want to make sure everybody here, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, do all that fun stuff. Phil, tell everybody where they can find you.
The best place you can find me on social media is right on my TikTok under the name you see right down here and below, Phil the Future.
And if you're looking for me, the best place to find me right now is on Twitter at @offtetopmedia_. All right, man. What's going on with this main event that we have right now? This show is just like off the rails tonight.
It honestly is. The only thing I can really say about it is that I feel like Ethan Page is going to be the one taking the contendership, because we've had a lot going on with Javon tonight, and we've had going on tonight with Wesley. So I feel like if they have Ethan Page win this contendership, then they can build more of a story between Wesley and Javon Evans.
See, I was thinking that as well, but then I thought, what if Wesley is the one that wins and Javon Evans costs him the match?
Oh.
And that's how they build up that match for them. Because I don't think this is a match they're building up for Halloween Havoc for that. Jamie's coming in. This is for you, Phil. Have you found any sugar babies on Twitter yet?
No.
I mean, I love this matchup though. Like the young OG and Wesley, they work very well together in the ring. They have very similar styles, and it's just they bounce off each other, so to speak.
Well, of course, because Javon Evans is bouncy.
So the Car Rabbit, it'd be better if Javon won and Wes cost him. Either way would work. I think that would be great. But I'm saying, like, that's what I think should happen, as opposed to Ethan Page getting another chance at the title right away. What's going on, Al? How are we doing tonight?
Hey, Allison. And
thank you so much, Christopher, for the sub. We appreciate it. We love and thank you for all the support. Oh man, that was a nice triple kick there. That was cool.
Nice.
What do you like? How do you like the new setup?
The new setup looks absolutely amazing. And obviously kind of hearing what you said before you brought me on live, the fact that it's giving you a Hammerstein ballroom vibe, I can agree with you on that. I'm getting that Hammerstein ballroom type vibe because it looks like they added a couple more seats in there. Like they probably added another like 100, 200 or so. It looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Sorry, I just got a text message that really just like pissed me off. I think what they should have done, because the way that they was set up last week in regards to the show was amazing. That small theater, like that small arena that they had with the double layer, like double levels. I thought that reminded me of what the Hammerstein Ballroom is. What they should have done with this is added that second tier. And I don't know if they could do that because of the height of the ceiling, but I think that would have been something that they could have done. The setup does look more open. They got rid of the plexiglass around the ring, so that that did make it feel a little bit better. And I like that everything is black. Like it just looks like it's never ending.
Yeah, it's got a whole black. It's got a black to it, but it has like the silvery overtones to like make sure there's enough light and dark. You know that they contrast.
I'm loving the black and silver though for NXT. I like this
Black
the
and
new logo
silver
that came out.
looks very good.
It just looks so sleek, like clean.
Mm-hmm.
Is he gonna do it?
Oh my goodness!
Oh. I'd be okay with Javon winning. I think it's either going to be him or Wesley.
Yeah.
Ginger,
Hey,
Ginger says he's going
my
to
boy
have.
Rock Wilson's in here. What's up? Good to see you again, my brother.
Well, thank you for stopping by. We definitely 100% appreciate the support. Jack says he's going to have NXT with me in his room. I don't know what that means, but I'm kind of scared from it. All right.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh,
Oh!
Javon landed on his feet. That was sick.
That's crazy.
Is he going to do it?
Oh!
Does he get it? 1, 2. Oh! 2. Oh, he stole it! He stole it! Ethan Page stole the win from Javon Evans.
I'm telling you.
Javon had Wesley beat, and Ethan came out of nowhere and rolled him up, and he just oh man. Oh man.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, they're spinning the wheel.
But wait.
What are we gonna get?
Trick?
What are we doing? What are we gonna get for their matchup?
Devil's Playground.
Ooh, that stopped a little quick. Devil's Playground. Okay.
Oh!
Oh! What the hell did he hit him with?
I think he hit him with the title.
No, he hit him with like a fire hydrant.
Damn. Okay.
Wow.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh man. What an ending to the show, guys. That was so it was a light? Oh, like one of the lights for like a stage crew light. Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Brock. Thanks. Oh my goodness. That is wild.
It was quick to tell, like it was hard to tell because it was so quick. What's going on,
Yeah,
Will?
well, thank you. A light case. Okay.
So outside of the main event, what was your most enjoyable part of the night?
Man. There were I will say there were a lot of great matches tonight. But I think for me, I think my favorite match of the night was the first one. Stephanie Vaqeer versus Wren Sinclair.
That was a really good match between the two of them.
It really, really was.
The way that Wren has shown up since she's come in, and how great of a wrestler she is, it's just like she's not getting enough credit for what she's done since she's been there. Her
Agreed.
promo work, the way she's developed the story with the NQCC, and just her in-ring acumen itself has been amazing.
Absolutely.
Become a huge fan of her since she's been there.
I would agree 100%. Like looking at what she was able to do inside the ring tonight, it was like it shows that she she is like once she's on there a bit longer, she's going to, I think, prove to the women's locker room that she is really somebody not to just downplay. I feel like most people kind of see Wren is not really important, but honestly, she showed tonight she can be somebody who can kick your ass. Like she had Stephanie Vaqeer in a cattle mutilation and started like with her legs started running circles around her. That was wild.
Hey, Lady Toker, how are we doing tonight? Thank you
Lady
for stopping
Tucker,
by.
what's up? Everybody from the other live is coming into this one. Thank you guys so much for coming over. You guys are awesome.
This match was so good. Like it had a great match. You had a clean finish in it, but then you had the aftermath where you had Cora and Roxanne come in and attack her, and she was saved by Julia, which continued to set up the match at Halloween Havoc. So, like Christopher said, we are getting Julia and Stephanie Vaqeer versus Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade at Halloween Havoc.
That is going to be a
Halloween Havoc. I think is the 27th. It's not the 26th. It's on the Sunday.
Yes, it's the 27th.
And the reason I know that is because all of the Delta previews, all the vignettes have said the 27th inside the vignette. So that's the reason I remember that it's going to be the 27th, because that's where Delta's showing up. Now, the one they showed tonight, you got to see full face. You know it's her. You know she's coming. Like, I love that they're doing this, and I love that they're building her up. What do you think she's going to do at Halloween Havoc?
At Halloween Havoc, oh my goodness! I feel like already they already have the NXT Women's Championship work already on lock with Roxanne, Cora, Julia, and Stephanie. I have a feeling that that Delta is going to be going after the Women's North American Championship.
So is Kalani going to have a open challenge?
I don't know if Kalani is going to specifically have an open challenge. I feel like
What is the chat thing? What is your thoughts on how Delta's going to appear while Phil's discussing?
I think. Oh my goodness! I mean, there's so many ways you could do this. Like I could see like Kalani having a match at Halloween Havoc. She defeats whoever her opponent is. She retains the title, and then that's when you bring out Delta. Like Delta showing up, being big, being bad, being this big opponent for Kalani. I guess you could say for like the NXT after Halloween Havoc, they get that match. They get that match, and then Delta wins.
See, I'm thinking that it's going to be either an open challenge for the North American Championship, or like Rabbit said here, Kalani said that she's telling Ava to pick the challenger.
Ah, that's smart.
But you have to remember, there was also the stuff with Fatal Influence tonight.
Yeah.
Where they walked into Ava's office and said, we want a North American title match. But they have to fight next week versus Julia and Stephanie to see who gets it. So I don't. Stephanie and Julia are obviously winning that match. I don't think they're
Yes.
going to have them lose right before facing Roxanne and Cora. So
Right.
Fatal Influence is probably not going to get that title shot. That's fine. But if Ava picks, is Ava going to announce it beforehand, or is she going to be like, your opponent will show up at the time? Just be out there and be ready.
It would be really cool. It would be really cool if they really made it a surprise. I think it would be really cool if it was if they made it a completely a surprise opponent.
It's hard to do it with how much they're teasing Delta right now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Delta is definitely showing up at Halloween Havoc. It just depends on how she's going to show up. Is she going to show up
Mhm.
and have a match? Is she going to show up and attack somebody afterwards? Like, will Kalani have a match and then Delta shows up and attacks her after to set up the match in 2 weeks or whatever they do it as? Like, there's a
Yeah.
lot that you could do. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was just saying.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that can happen with this, and this women's division is just like getting stacked. Like it's gonna be so like there's so much in this division right now that we're talking about 5 of the top wrestlers out there. You have
Yes.
Julia, Stephanie Vaqeer, you have Roxanne. All 3 were in the top 23 of the women's PWI list that came out today. They were in the top 22 because Julia was 22nd, Stephanie was number 5, and Roxanne was number 11, which I think is way too low for her. I think she was better than 4 of the people in the top 10. We can have that discussion after we finish talking about NXT if you saw the list or not.
I did see the women. I did see the women's top 10.
But yeah, so we have 3 of those right there in this match. Delta's on the list. She's a little bit further down. So, like, this division is getting stacked. Not to mention you have Soruka, Carmen Petrovic, Lola Vice, Jada Parker, like all these up and coming stars that are just going to keep growing within the company. Wren SInclair, who we already mentioned tonight. Like, if women wrestlers want to grow, to me, this is the place to be right now.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think about the gentleman's duel? Did you like the concept?
The gentleman's duel was definitely an interesting interesting stipulation. I don't know. I will say the ending to that match was definitely very creative. The way that Lexus King went in for that he went in with that like that interesting type of jackknife cover.
Yeah, roll with the
Like
bridge.
he rolled him up and then bridged in. Like that was a very nice clean finish. But
I don't know about you, but this Lexus King is creeping me out a little bit. He's too nice for my liking.
Yeah. Honestly, to be honest, I don't know why I just said honestly. To be honest, that's kind of that kind of is a double negative. But anyway, I agree with you on that because I feel like he's trying his hardest to try to be a babyface, but if he at any point like something happens that just doesn't go his way, he's gonna automatically crash out.
I think this is the perfect answer right here.
Oh,
He's trying to prove that he could fight for the Heritage Cup because you saw him later in the show. He was talking to them. He was complimenting Charlie Dempsey. He said, I think I can do the rounds now. And Dempsey's like, no, you're not ready yet. And he goes, maybe, maybe not. Like, I think that's exactly what he is building up for. So that's a great call there. He went out and complimented Tony D'Angelo, who came out tonight to open the show and was celebrating. Toasted. He spoke about Obafemi. He raised his glass to him, honored him. Oba came out, said some nice things, and then he said, "I'm going to kill you, and we're going to have a match at Halloween Havoc because I want my belt back. You got me once, you're not going to get me again."
Yep.
Walks out of the ring. Oh, before he walks out of the ring, goes, "Oh, one more thing. The family won't be there for you." Walks out of the ring, spins the Halloween
wheel.
Havoc wheel, and gets table ladders and scares. That's going to be an amazing match.
It really will be.
Yeah, he went to the parking lot, so I'm curious to see if he made it home safe, because we know that is the most dangerous place in all of wrestling.
Oh man, it's always a thing.
I for one am very happy that Andre Chase returned tonight.
Yes. Not
you had
in
the-
the red, not in the red, but in the black. I love the black.
I know, but that's weird because the black was more of a Ridge Holland thing.
True.
So is he coming back acting like everything is good and he's going to turn on Chase U?
I don't know.
Is this the downfall for Chase U?
I hope not.
Because, yeah. There you go, there you go, lady. I am part of Chase U 100%. I love Chase University.
I am too. I've been a big fan of Chase U. Also.
Thea Hale, Riley Osbourne, and
Duke.
Duke Hudson. I really thought Duke was going to be the one that turned. I thought it was his time to go back to being a heel, everything. But the Ridge Holland heel turn has been phenomenal with everything they've done. They've made me believe that this guy can beat anybody, anywhere. There's no slander here from Chase University. None. I just think that him wearing the black, it's a sign. It's a sign. See? Duke was the only one wearing red. He was the one that was always against Ridge Holland. He was the one that was against it. He was the one that did not want it and was not accepting him. He was the last one to do it. And now that Andre Chase is back with the black, is this a sign that he is going to turn on the rest of Chase U? Are we going to get heel Andre Chase? I don't know. It could be very interesting. I know the black looks so good.
It does.
But it's the problem with this is every wrestling shirt you buy, 95% of all wrestling shirts are black. Look at Phil's shirt he's wearing right now.
It's a Bruiser Brody shirt, but
it is very hard to find a colored wrestling shirt because they all go to black. And that's what was great about Chase, is that it was red. It always stood out against everything else.
True.
It could be. It could be a sign that Chase is going to go a little more serious. But what did you think of this match between Ridge Holland and Riley Osbourne?
This also was a very, very good match. I will say, I said this when I was watching the match, and I'm gonna say it right here. I love this entrance for I loved the entrance for Riley Osbourne.
This is a fair point, but we don't see a lot of white either, though.
True. But yeah,
100%.
I really
absolutely
thought
was.
Riley was gonna get the win, but then Ridge was able to turn everything around into his favor.
I wanted to see more of a fight from him as well. It was a good match. You had a lot of back and forth between everybody.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm a little surprised that Thea Hale hasn't really done anything to She hasn't really done anything to like try to help out. She didn't do anything to really like try to help out Riley at all. She was just
She's afraid she's gonna get destroyed.
well, no. I get that. I get that.
Every
I
time
get
she's
that
trying to
you're
help,
scared.
he scared her away. So now she's not even trying to get close.
But like, it's
I was
just
upset
that
when I saw the candy dish fall on the floor. I don't know about you. That candy dish going on the floor upsets me every time it happens.
that is true though. Like, why, Vic? Why?
I was as I was watching with the fellas, I was like, where's Andre Chase? Like, where is he? Because it was a long time before he came out. And I didn't think he was gonna show up. But when that music hit, the place went nuts.
It was electric.
So
What's with the
okay.
candy dish?
What's with the
It's
candy
Vic.
dish?
It's Vic Joseph. It's Vic's personal candy stash he likes to eat while he's on commentary. And of course, every time there's a announced table spot that happens, of course his candy has to go with it because it does.
We like to see if someone pushes it off. We like to see if it's on the table as it breaks. But tonight you saw Ridge Holland just go like this and throw everything on the floor. But that is Vic Joseph's personal stash of candy. He loves to have candy while he's on air. It helps him. It just helps him concentrate, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we all have our own little snack vices.
Yeah, like Phil with the popcorn.
Shut up.
Every week. You can't say you don't.
I know. I
It's,
know. I might as well just be here and just someday go, damn it. And just
but I'm just
slap it.
saying, it's just like that though. You
Yeah,
have this
exactly.
every week during our show. You love to have the popcorn.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Of course.
All right. So we covered that.
Yeah.
What about the match I didn't realize we were getting? Ashante the Adonis versus
Brooks Jensen.
Brooks Jensen. Was that match added tonight? Because I don't remember seeing that one as being like an announced match.
I don't remember that one being announced either. I think that one was just added onto the card, honestly. And then
Based off of the batch segment that happened earlier.
a little bit. It's just I just found it very I found it very interesting that Carmen Petrovich actually kind of got involved in a bit that actually ended up with Brooks getting the win over him.
Well, that's because she's tired of Ashante being there and interrupting matches and giving roses to women. She's tired of his gimmick. She doesn't want him to do it anymore. And tonight she proved that because she destroyed the rose and came back out and showed him that. And that's what cost him the match.
Okay.
Because he gave her one earlier in the night.
Right. I remember that.
And she took it, destroyed it, and then threw the rose petals on the ringside. And that's what caused the distraction. That's how he lost.
Okay. I was a little confused at first. I'm like, what?
And she was still standing outside. And he's like, why? Like, and she just kept saying, nope, not happening. But the only other match that we haven't spoken about yet, this one is Jensen destroyed the rose?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Even better.
Like Sean Spears took the rose. He kind of handed it back to Brooks, and then Brooks just destroyed it.
It absolutely is.
Yeah,
I 100% agree, lady.
Pepe Le Pew, but not in a good way.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I really am sick of his character, actually. So I'm glad he got the loss. I'm glad that a rose was destroyed, and I'm glad it was shoved in his face that it was.
Yep.
The last match that we have to talk about is Lola Vice versus Nikkita Lyons.
Sean, I hope you're not watching.
I mean, he was watching. He recorded himself watching it.
Oh, I bet he will. Oh, okay. I mean,
I'm
just messing.
But this match was actually much better than I thought it was going to be.
It was.
Lola is great in the ring. Nikkita looked a little hesitant at first because this is only like her second or third match back, so it's understandable. She's coming back from 2 major knee surgeries, and she is wearing the braces underneath her outfit. But did you notice she changed her finisher?
Yeah, she changed it to more. She changed it to a Vader bomb.
Yeah, she changed it. She went to the Vader bomb instead of doing the split-legged,
Yeah,
the split leg drop.
splash.
Because I feel like she thinks that that's a way to protect her knees on that move.
I suppose.
But yeah, I did like that she had a new finisher. It does fit her character a little bit more. But did she really need to roar before doing it? Like a lion?
I don't know.
Like, I get that's her name, and she likes to call herself the lioness. Like I get it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just she's a good wrestler. She just needs to stay healthy. And then more people will actually see that she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
In regards to this match, though, Jada Parker got involved. And I really don't like her finishing move.
The
drive-by or whatever.
That drive-by hip attack.
Yeah, like I really don't think that's a finishing move. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't. I can agree that it doesn't really look that believable.
She's literally just running into a person. Like, it's bad.
It's not too good. I mean, I've also seen things too about people saying that Jada Parker doesn't need to be with OTM anymore.
She doesn't.
Because, yeah, at this point, OTM are just looking like 2 big enforcers, not like an actual tag team. Well,
yeah, but it shouldn't be her.
There are some people that have a hip attack move in their arsenal, but it's not a finisher. It's not like they're like the move that ends the match. You know, like.
I mean, that's like saying everybody has. It's like saying everybody does a spear, like,
or a super kick. You know, well, I mean,
everybody does a spear, but there's only a few people that have it as a finisher. But to me, I think Jada has more moves in her arsenal that would probably be better off than that move as her finisher.
Agreed.
That's the one thing I'm saying. Oh, absolutely. OTM needs Jada. Jada does not need OTM. Like,
correct.
It's time for her to move on. It's time for her to be solo because she can win a belt. She can get the North American Championship as a stepping stone to the Women's Championship. Like, she is going to be a superstar. She just needs to grow and continue to learn.
Yeah. I like to see her have the drive-by finisher MVP used to do. Oh, or you talk like Rob, are you talking about the playmaker that MVP used to do? Because, like, if it was that, okay, kind of makes sense. But, I don't know. Just. But yeah, other than that.
Anything else we want to touch on about NXT?
Well, also, I mean, as we just saw with the main event, we had the triple threat, and yeah, it's gonna be a Devil's Playground match for the NXT title. I'm interested. It's got me interested now that it's especially since it's a Devil's Playground. So I guess like a street fight, something like a street fight or something. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Because, like I said earlier, I feel like the only reason they really have Ethan Page win is so that they can focus on more of a storyline between Javon Evans and Wesley.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why they did it. I still think it would have made more sense to have one of them two win and the other one and cost them the victory. Because I don't think Ethan Page is winning the belt right back. It would not make sense for that to happen. So, yeah.
Right.
But
right, Rock.
yeah,
Exactly.
that's exactly what it is. It's the Devil's Playground. They've done it before. I was actually surprised that we didn't see Shotzi and Scarlett there as hosts tonight doing the wheel, because they have been hosts for Halloween Havoc for the last couple of years. And I know Shotzi is healthy enough to come do that. I don't know if she's healthy enough to wrestle right now.
Right.
But anything else about NXT before we talk about the PWI? Because I do want to touch on that.
Oh, that's right. If there was anything else I wanted to touch on, I mean, I knew there was something.
So I will take that as a no.
It's escaped me. What?
Okay. So the official women's PWI came out today for top 20 for the top 250.
I did see the top 10.
So the top 10 was number 1, Toni Storm. Number 2, Jordan Grace. Number 3, Rhea Ripley. Number 4, Maika, I think is how you say it.
Micah. She's from Stardom.
Maika, she's from Stardom. Number 5 was Stephanie Vaqeer, from her time in CMLL and AEW. Number 6 is Saray. 7 is Bailey. 8 is Willow Nightingale. 9 is Mariah May, and 10 is Athena. Now,
I'm not entirely mad with the top 10.
Okay, so I have a couple gripes.
Okay.
1, I am not upset with Toni Storm and Jordan Grace being 1 and 2. So I'm going to get that out of the way right there.
Sure.
Toni Storm deserved it. I hate her character. I do not like what she has done, but she deserved it because she has had a phenomenal year. Rhea Ripley does not deserve to be a number 3. She does not deserve to be in the number 3 spot. I'm sorry. And everybody knows I'm a big WWE fan. She does not deserve to be number 3.
She deserves to be number 1.
No.
Oh.
If you base it off of stats and everything else in regards to what wrestlers have done, Maika deserves to be 3 and Stephanie deserves to be 4.
Okay.
Saray would deserve to be 5. That would be my top 5.
Okay.
I would have Athena 6.
Athena
She's been the
6.
women's.
Okay.
She's been the ROH champion for over 2 years.
She beat Samoa Joe's record.
I would have Roxanne. She held the title for half of the time frame. But she also didn't defend it a lot. And she was also missed time because she got hurt.
Yes.
She didn't hold it. The time frame for this is from October 1st through September 30th. So Rhea has missed time. She has not done enough during that time frame. She held the title for most of 2023. And that's why I don't think she should be that high. I think Roxanne should have been the first woman from WWE in the number 7 spot.
Okay.
Because Roxanne has had the best record out of all the women's wrestlers that are in the top 10. Her record is better than Rhea's. Her record is better than Liv's. Well, Liv was number 12. But her record is better than Bailey, Like, her record is better than Willow's. Her record is better than Mariah May's. Like, Roxanne got snubbed of being in that top 10. She should have been number 7. I would have put Rhea number 8. That's where I would have put her. She still would have been a top 10. But I don't, and I understand she's a fan favorite. I understand she does all this. So that's why she's still in the top 10. I just think Roxanne deserved a higher ranking than that. Willow, she held 2 titles for less than 100 days combined, and she had a losing record. Like, she had a losing record last year. Bayley had 5 wins in all of 2023. During the time frame they were talking about, Bayley went 2-21 from October 1st through the end of 2023. She won 2 matches. I understand she held the title this year, but that's still, like, you have to take everything into account. Bayley, Willow, or Mariah May, one of those 3, actually probably 2 of those 3 could have been out of the top 10, and you could have moved Liv Morgan up to number 10. But that's just my thoughts on the top 10, the PWI 250 that came out today.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, seeing it. Yeah. I can understand. I can understand your gripes about the top 10. Just looking at the top 20. Roxanne making 11. I honestly agree. I agree with you. Roxanne could definitely be a bit higher. Definitely, like, at least at 6. Liv Morgan at 12. I don't think she should really be that high. Yeah, she's actually done some things, and, like, win the women's world championship, but she hasn't really done much with it at all. So, yeah, there's that. Io at 13. I'm not mad. It's sort, to me, it kind of makes sense. I
mean,
man.
there are some notable names that hit this list.
Mayu Iwatani makes, I can understand. Masha Slamovich
is number 15.
That. Yeah, 16 Mina Shirakawa.
17 was Becky Lynch.
Yep, 17 was Becky Lynch. 18 Miyu Watanabe. 19 Miyu Yamashita, and 20 Lyra Valkyria. Lyra at 20. I feel like they could put Lyra a bit higher, but around that area is not too bad for her to start out.
What hurt Roxanne, I feel, is the fact that she's in NXT, which shouldn't, and that's what hurt Athena being in ROH. Like, I understand, but I understand there's exposure, but NXT gets more exposure than Dynamite, so you can't say that like AEW has this great exposure when NXT is right there with the same thing as Dynamite. And NXT superstars show up on the main roster. Roxanne was in the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
She came out in a prominent spot in the Royal Rumble. She came out number 27. So obviously they think there's something with her. Starting to think the World's Women's title is like a black hole, winning and not doing anything. It just depends on the booking. And that's the biggest issue right now, is there really is no credible challengers on the Raw roster. I think the Raw roster right now is very limited. Becky's not there. I mean, Raquel came back, so now you have another challenger eventually. But they don't have enough babyface challengers.
Exactly.
That's the thing. So hopefully they start doing something with it a little bit more. But you never know. Like, I would love for them to keep doing it, but they just need to get this storyline right now with Rhea and Liv. They need to get the belt away from the storyline, and I think it would be a hell of a lot better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, how can you have challengers when you don't let them wrestle? Exactly.
I think they're trying to focus on building up the women's tag division right now, and I think that's part of what's hurting it.
Yeah, and speaking of that, next week on NXT, we Jakarta. It seems like WWE and NXT are really starting to put the focus on women's tag team wrestling, because
Mhm.
not only did we have Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson challenge for the women's tag titles at SmackDown, even though they lost, they had them again on Raw and basically cost Damage Control their shot with the women's tag title. So now next Tuesday, we're getting a match between Damage Control and the women of Metaphor. And I'm loving it. I'm loving seeing NXT and main roster talent go one-on-one with each other. It's great. It gives the NXT talent like a bit of that main roster rub, and honestly, it lets the talent it gives the talent an opportunity to somewhat teach the next generation.
In regards to this comment, are you talking about Becky's most recent title reign, where she held it in between winning it and Liv taking it from her? Because it really only was one match. Or are you talking about it the last time she held the belt? Because I just want to make sure I'm talking about the right stuff. Because Becky won the match and then lost it to Liv at the next two opportunities. I can't say that this most recent time, but the time before that, yes, I will agree with you. They haven't built up credible challengers, and they started to do that with Lyra and Liv, who now has the title. You have Rhea, but now they've put them all in like trios groups. Like, I don't know what their fascination is with putting all the women together. So I think they are starting to work on things. They are trying to get a little bit better, but the focus, you could definitely tell, has been on the tag division lately. And I love the fact that the women's tag champs are finally going back to all three brands like it was intended to when they put the titles together.
Mm-hmm.
It's always felt that way though, Rabbit. Like they've always done that. That's not just a recency thing too. Because it always felt like that they would always do that between the four horsewomen. And that's why Charlotte has so many reigns, because she'd win them and then she'd lose it and win it right back. Same with Sasha when she was there. She never defended the title. Every time she went for a defense, she lost it. She never had a successful defense of any of her titles, except for the tag belts.
Yeah, I think with what you're talking about specifically was when Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair had that
Passed it around like a hot potato. Yeah.
Yeah, literally. It was a feud over the Raw Women's title, and it literally just kept going back and forth, until it was like, oh my God, like, what the fuck are we doing?
That was the Falls Count Anywhere, the first women's Falls Count Anywhere match.
Yeah, they had a Hell in a Cell match, too.
Yep.
Weren't they the first women to have a Hell in a Cell match?
Was it them too?
I want to say it was Charlotte and Sasha who did have the first women's Hell in a Cell. I could be wrong, but I remember they did have a Hell in a Cell match for that title.
It was. Yep.
I want to say Great Balls of Fire. I don't know why.
No, I don't think it was.
Yeah, it probably wasn't.
No, it was at Hell in a Cell pay-per-view itself. It was not at Great Balls of Fire.
All right. I mean,
Great Balls of Fire is a pay-per-view we never talk about. We don't bring that up.
Yeah, that shit's forbidden.
But anything else, Phil?
Nothing that nothing that specifically comes to mind. I mean, there's that NASCAR guy that's showing up next week. I don't really know what the whole thing
Cole
about
Custer.
that is. But yeah,
So he drives the
yeah,
CW
NASCAR.
car in the Sprint NASCAR Cup, and the CW car is decorated for NXT. So you have Ethan Page on it. You have Roxanne. So
Right.
it's perfect advertisement for NXT every single Saturday or Sunday when the race is going on. But he's
Oh,
going to be there next week.
yeah. It's just with me. It's sort of like, well, that's a bit random, but I mean, I get the brand, but I get the branding thing.
Well, you're going to get a lot more of that stuff with the CW. Like, because
Fair.
CW is really pushing sports right now. You have the football that happens on CW on the weekends. Like, they're trying to
Yep.
build up their sporting section of their network, and NXT right now is getting pushed a lot, and the numbers are showing it. First 2 weeks you had great viewership. I need to see how this one does. We'll find out tomorrow. But anything else before we head on out?
I think I'm good.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for stopping in tonight. We'll see you soon. Make sure you check out Friday Night Review on Friday night, right after SmackDown. Tomorrow night, right back on this channel, as well as Rivet City Radio. You have the boom. See you guys later. Have a great evening.